Welcome to the 5,000 Units podcast.
Hey.
Hey, Bob. Today we're going to talk about bamboo printers.
Bamboo printers.
And Steve.
What? Yes. Her suit, Steve.
Her suit, Steve from Gamers Nexus. And then we're going to kind of go through like a commentary of YouTube tech space. And then, of course, it wouldn't be any 5,000 Units podcast without our favorite topic.
AI.
AI, everyone's favorite thing. That's not sarcastic.
Right, yeah. Tech.
He's just got a giant chair named Randy. And then I don't know if you've seen their like Gamers Nexus like today or yesterday, or was it where he is went after bamboo again, like where he's just like fuck bamboo, like that's the title of the video, I think.
Well, this is the thing. I thought the video when you were on vacation that was important was the bamboo video, but also it was about ownership and the death of PC computing or personal computing.
Yeah, and I've been saying that since December.
Yeah,
dude, it's over.
Yeah, the personal computer's dead, and it's true. I mean, it's all about big data centers now, and we don't get to partake anymore.
Yeah, it's such a bummer because like it's just been my very like more than part-time hobby for a long time, at least.
Think
you know,
about how many...
a little bit always, but for the last 10 years, like I've built a ton of computers. Like I built a couple every year, like pretty hefty computers. Like you inherited Godzilla, like,
yeah,
and it sucks because I really enjoy it.
It's super sad, and think about the amount of people that are enthusiasts in the field, and that's just going away. That's no longer going to be a thing. And not only is it because people can't afford stuff, it's because the actual manufacturers of the personal computing space can't afford to manufacture the stuff anymore. Like case makers, fan makers, cooler makers, stuff like that. Like, they can't afford to do that anymore.
Yeah,
because there's no reason for it to exist.
Yeah, it's I don't even know what to say about it. Like, what do you do when the because and this has been coming out quite a bit lately too. Is just like the people we buy RAM from generally don't make any RAM, right? They buy RAM chips and they make RAM sticks. RAM is a component in a RAM stick.
Yeah.
Right. And they can't afford RAM for their RAM sticks anymore. Yeah. And so revenue-wise, it's looking fantastic. But the end of this first quarter is going to come around, or just did. And as those reports go out and second quarter reports start to go out here in a couple months, I think we're going to see a really, really different story where record profits or record revenue doesn't mean anything if your profits are smaller than normal even. Because all that means is you're essentially just being a pass-through for money.
Yeah. I mean, it's, yes, it's all being funneled to basically, data center creators. That's it.
Yeah. So the problem is, they're going to go through a couple quarters here and have record revenue and record low profit. And what happens when you run a business and revenue goes up and profits go down is it shows to your shareholders and owners that we're in trouble because everything is getting more expensive and we're making less money. Like, generally, if you run a business, revenue goes up, profits should go up. Because you should be able to maintain your margin.
Well, that's why this is such a huge disruption, because it attacks so many avenues and levels of the ecosystem. Not only the low-level consumer or user or enthusiast, but the manufacturers that provide to enthusiasts and the manufacturers that provide to the manufacturers for enthusiasts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's literally at the top, just a few companies that are reaping the benefits.
Yeah.
And then what do we get out of it? Ooh, Gemini could tell me where I left my car keys because it's watching me all the time or whatever.
I went to Menards today.
Save big money?
I did. And I also didn't go to Home Depot and Lowe's, which I had to drive by both of them and then drive another 5 minutes to get to Menards because Lowe's and Home Depot now have flock cameras in their parking lots.
Oh, do they? I thought they were banning those here.
I don't know. Well, that's got to be. I don't think there's any state bans,
Okay.
and then so I think it's got to be localities.
I thought it was a Grand Rapids ban, but
and they're both none of them are in Grand Rapids. If you notice,
Wyoming, yeah.
Most of all of your big box stores, any of them that you can think of, Best Buy, and even your big groceries like a Meijer or
Walker.
a Walmart, they will not build those stores inside any city limits that have city taxes. So if you think about where all the city limits are for like Grand Rapids, you almost always will have to cross over that to get to any of those big box stores.
That makes sense. Well, that's really funny. I was talking about Menards the other day. I mean, for those of you unfamiliar, Menards is just like a Lowe's or a Home Depot.
Yeah.
But they have the slogan, "Save big money at Menards," and they've had that for the last 25 years or so.
Gosh, longer, I bet.
But it's the same style of store. It's gigantic home improvement store.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about Menards is they also sell cereal and dog food and like I don't
pretzels.
Yeah. Whatever. But what drew me to it when we went back, Susie's like, "What the hell's a Menards?"
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
she had no idea. And I was like, well, let's go there for some stuff that we need for the house anyways. And so we got all the lumber to build our garden boxes at Menards, and she's like, "Oh, that's cool because they have a rebate, like 11% or whatever rebate. So we'll get some cash back, and that'll be cool. Like we're spending, a few $100 there, get some cash back." And first of all rebates are, it's basically just a scam to make you jump through hoops to see if you'll do it. And then the 10% of people that do it, then they're like, "Okay, who cares? You did it. Here's your stupid money."
Yeah, it's like a sale that only is good if you do the extra steps.
Are extra vigilant. So then we did. So they, of course, this came with all the loopholes, and they're like, "Well, you have to sign up and make sure to print this out, and then mail it in, or bring it into the store, and blah blah blah." And she's like, "I'm doing it." He's like, "I don't care if it's only $30. I'm doing this. I'm running." I was like, "Print this out for me. Print this out for me." And so I was like, "Okay, yeah." And she filled all the forms out just like they said on the thing. And then we got to the end of it, and they're like, "Cool, you get your rebate, only usable at Menards."
Oh, come on!
It's not a cash rebate.
Usually they would send you like a Visa card or something.
No, it's not a cash rebate. It's only usable. It's so Menards bucks, basically.
I guess. Because Menards also does a sale usually.
It's forcing you to save big money at Menards.
Where I don't even know if they do this anymore, but it originally started with a newspaper. Like you would get your Sunday newspaper. I don't know if you remember this, and there would be a Menards bag, like a grocery bag, paper bag in there, and then you could go to Menards. And anything you put in the bag, you'd get like 10 or 15% off. No, you just get that quantity off whatever you could fit in the bag.
That's super awesome. And I would try and scam that so hard if that was still the case. I'd be like, okay, so like when you go and buy sheds, for example, you get the token. Okay, here we go. I got 2 sheds. And
that'll probably work. They'll probably be fine with it.
Yeah. There's no way that Mr. Menard himself wouldn't come out and be like, "Congratulations, you figured out this system."
But yeah, AI. It's the AI podcast every time. That's what we talk about.
Well, I mean, it's kind of it's all encompassing.
I know. It's just like this beating drum. Everything we do, everything we look at. What was it? DuckDuckGo. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Apparently Google changed something on Google search, which I haven't used. I really don't even think I use Google search that much unless to go to a specific website that I'm just too lazy to click on the search bar.
Don't you have a Gemini phone? Or I mean, not Gemini phone.
Yeah, I just don't like searched for
You don't-
anything in the last week or so. Really, that wasn't just like I'm going to go to the Costco website or something.
Yeah.
Right? And but yeah, they I don't know, they added something so that all the searches default to AI now, and so you can go in and I believe you can go in and add like a hyperlink to no AI in your like Google search homepage or something. But instead of, I guess a ton of people have just switched over to DuckDuckGo, which their whole spiel since AI kind of started going was there's absolutely no AI in our search.
Well, I mean, before that, it was a privacy-based search engine.
Was it?
And yeah, like DuckDuckGo was, they used a different algorithm that wasn't page ranked in the same way that Google's was and stuff. So they didn't use Google as a back end, and they also were just like, okay, your privacy is being, I think that Brave kind of uses the same thing. The Brave browser, they use their own search that's not Google search. Because for that exact same reason, but they also have Brave, for whatever reason, decided recently to start incorporating AI into the search results.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But it is a thing that you can turn off. They're like, just I don't want to see any AI results in my
Like
search.
Firefox went through a similar. We're shoving AI in there. Everybody got pissed, and they were because there was no way to turn it off, and then they like put a button, I believe, right on the front of Firefox now, where you just be like, no AI, and then people quieted down a little bit. Like, man, I just don't know how you could read the room so bad right now.
Well,
it's so crazy. Like, I can't imagine. Like,
the people
Yeah.
shoveling $trillions into it at this point, trillions actually. That's just like they're like banking on it, and what they're gonna do is just shove it down people's throats until that's like the only thing that they know, and that I think is their main avenue of attack. It's just like just make this so that's the only thing, and then just people get used to that, and that's how phones work. That's how laptops work. That's how TVs work. Everything.
Good tactic.
Yeah.
But it takes too much money.
I mean, if you're, I don't know. So, are you going to invest in? Are you going to invest in SpaceX?
SpaceX
On the IPO launch.
I don't. So I only do. I don't have historically not invested because I've always just felt like the stock market's a scam, and that
Or a gamble, yeah.
yeah, whatever, which is fine. But I did eventually fold and just do. I do what is it like a Vanguard total market investment, right? So it's essentially they spread it out amongst everything.
Yeah.
And are not selective, right? And that way, whatever's high returns, and as those things become unpopular and smaller things come up, you already own kind of equal amounts of everything. And that way, as long as the stock market is alive, you still kind of get like a 10 to 15% return.
Well, yeah, that's so.
And when something does blow up, you already own some of it, and so you get that perk. And so it's a very like dependable way to invest, but it also essentially kind of it protects you as much as it doesn't. You know what I mean? So it's very stable as long as the stock market doesn't crash. But then even when the stock market crashes, then you just take advantage of it and you just throw a bunch more money in at that time.
Yeah, buy low.
Yeah.
So I don't actually. So I actually don't even invest. I mean, I have invested.
This is very
at
recent,
all.
like within the last year.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
I've invested a couple times, like in a company or blah blah blah, but I've never done like a Vanguard portfolio or anything like that. I just left that to my IRA or my 401k, which I think is basically the same thing.
It's not. I usually.
Well, because at least with Principal, I can choose what my investment portfolio looks like.
Yeah.
So I get to choose what types of investments I'm doing, and I usually choose middle of the road kind of.
Yeah, I did that for a long time, and I don't know. It just never really did very well. Like it really seemed way more dependent on just like how much money you're giving us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's really, and then it never really performed very good no matter what you choose, whether it was high risk or low risk. It always just kind of puttered along, giving crummy like 3 to 5% stuff, and their whole spiel is just constantly, "Well, give us more money and it will do better," and And I feel like they either hedge way too safe and do too much bond stuff, or they do too much risky stuff, and they never just like take kind of like a what's the best way to just like always make pretty good money viewpoint of it, because they are heavily invested in it. They're making money off of you.
Well, okay, so anyhow, where I was getting at is that if you invest in in SpaceX when it comes out, I think the IPO is coming out in the middle of this month, this next month here. I think the immediate valuation is $1 trillion or something like that. So that, which is insane.
But so with one of those portfolios like I got, like I will own some SpaceX at that point, because whatever it kind of carries weight.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It is kind of like a top 200 or 300 companies or something, and then kind of an equal valuation of everything. So it will buy it and it just stays even. It's a really, I don't know. It seems like from what I've.
It's
a smart way to go.
It's a smart way to go. It's
so,
like not having to sit there and nerd out about stocks.
I do it a little bit. So what I ended up doing is, because I hate myself, because I have done some. I mean, I am the guy who had Bitcoin and sold it before it was big. I owned a ton of Nvidia stock and sold it when it was, I don't remember. It was at like 60 or 70 bucks. Like it got to like 80, and I was like, saw all that. Owned a ton of AMD stock, sold it all before it was big, and then I was like, this kind of all sucks, and just stopped for a long time.
It's like the
like Nvidia, I sold all that like right before it blew up.
Well, I was gonna say the premature ejaculation gambler.
So I mean, in my defense, I never lost any money, right?
You lost a bunch of fake possibility of money.
What do they call it? Potential gains.
Yeah, potential gains.
That's what I lost. And so I don't know anybody personally that has made that work though. Everyone else I know has spent a bunch of money and lost it. So
anyhow,
I feel like I'm doing great.
When this IPO hits,
yeah.
This is leading to the first possible trillionaire on Earth. Be Elon Musk's net value will be above $1 trillion.
It won't unless he still has to. There's some other stuff, like Tesla still has to do some stuff, otherwise he won't make it there.
He's folding it all in. He's trying to fold everything in, and he has a bunch of metrics that he has to hit in order to get his shares.
But one of those metrics was the home robots had to be huge.
So he has to figure some stuff out. But the thing is if he does, we're going to have a trillionaire that lives on Earth, which is insane. $1 trillion. Okay. I mean, you've seen those videos of like what $1 million is looking like and piles of money compared to what $1 billion is, and then can you imagine $1 trillion.
I don't have a concept.
It's the size of Wisconsin or something. $1 bills.
I mean, like in reality, and I think most people, whether they admit it or not, are in the same boat. You can't even picture $1 billion.
No.
Of anything. Like even if you start with some things like sand or whatever, like it doesn't matter. Like your brain just can't square something. Like it doesn't work.
No, it's like grains of sand on the Earth is or stars stars in the universe. It's unimaginable. So, like for a real person. Like that's why we came up with powers that in I feel like mathematics.
Steve from Gamers Nexus should do something about this.
Go on a rant about it.
I mean, he has a few times. Regardless, I mean, I know earlier I was a little hard on it, but I do love Steve from Gamers Nexus. Like, I used to be very unimpressed, but nowadays I think he is great. But I think that's probably why he irritates me a little bit when he gets a little showmanshipy, because now I kind of like him. A little bit of this parasocial relationship. I'm like, Steve, what are you doing?
Steve, dial it back a bit, bro. And then he's like, he just flips his hair. He's like, I'm sorry, bro. I'll chill out.
Do you have a favorite Steve video?
I mean, I
didn't plan on like just talking about Steve this whole time.
No. I actually really loved the one where he went and talked to.
Oh my gosh! If you're gonna say New York,
No,
Oh.
talk to Newegg. Yeah.
Newegg is my favorite one, where he shows up there and it's all windy. His hair's everywhere
Yeah.
all the time.
No, and he goes and talks to the people at Newegg about being pieces of shit.
Yeah. Is that the one?
Yeah.
That's my favorite too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's taking down Newegg. Ooh, yeah, that's a big boy.
I was surprised they actually talked to him and stuff. Like,
Dude, they
that's
let him in
crazy.
the door into headquarters. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's like I worked in enough corporate settings where that's just the wrong thing to do. Like if whoever did that, I wonder if they still work there.
Yeah,
we
right.
should check up. I bet you they don't.
Well, yeah, the PR intern that booked that interview or whatever.
Yeah. Do you use Newegg anymore? Did you ever use Newegg?
I used Newegg at work a lot, and then I used it, when I was buying, components for my own PC builds and stuff like that, and also just for like USB cables and stuff like that. I went away from it for certain things like cables. I'd go to a different website and whatever, but sometimes like for storage and stuff, Newegg was awesome. Like it was
I used to use it
prices.
a lot. Like most everything until this computer, probably I have almost everything came from Newegg usually, and I feel like I essentially never use Newegg anymore now. And there's three reasons, I guess. Two main reasons I was going to say, but the third one is obviously just everything's too expensive. But the first bad thing that happened was they made Newegg Marketplace.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
now all of a sudden, like, you couldn't count on getting good stuff anymore. Like,
no, it's same thing. It's the same thing that Amazon did when you can't tell where if stuff's coming from a reputable distributor or
right.
You have no idea anymore.
And so that really soured me right away because there was so much. All of a sudden, you went from being like, I'm ordering this and it's going to come in a box from the company that I ordered it, and I never had to even think about it. Now you got to like go in and turn Marketplace off or like look at
double check like who the actual distributor is and all that stuff.
Yeah, and so that sucks. And then secondarily to that, like I don't know what happened at some point, and maybe Google had something to do with this, but like it just felt like everything became harder to find on Newegg. Like they always had the really great like system on the side that would have like, so if you were in motherboards, you could pick every motherboard option and filter and filter and filter. And at some point, it feels like that doesn't work as good anymore, and now you need to know what you're looking for.
Like the exact model.
Yeah. Like it's still there, but like it used to work really good for like monitors because you could filter everything in the monitors real nice and go right to like what you wanted and see them by price. And it seems like somewhere along the line that started to suck too, and I feel like that was a result of people putting all the marketplace stuff coming in and being labeled wrong. So like I'm looking at monitors that are all 4K, that are all bigger than 30 inches, that are all less than $1,000, and there's like pencils and Hello Kitty erasers. Like, okay, I don't know what to do.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I guess especially with because they probably let the marketplace people do whatever
right. They just like
hashtags they want
Yeah.
for their stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, just throw in this
everything.
Yeah,
like every single one of them. Yes.
So you just have AI write a laundry list of possible search terms that like the last 70,000 search terms that have happened on Newegg. Put that in there, and then that's my product.
Yeah.
Regardless if it is a Hello Kitty pencil
or monitor, those are in the same category. So, yeah. Anyways, but so I
haven't used that site in a while.
And then Amazon started to be way better pricing competitively. I don't know when that happened too. Like, it happened slowly. Like first it was cases. Cases always had big shipping on Newegg, and then so Amazon it was free. So if you're buying like an $80 case and you're doing $30 in shipping, that's freaking a third of the price of the case now. Especially if you're building computers for other people, right? And then it was SSDs. All of a sudden became way cheaper because SSDs used to be cheap on Newegg, and they stopped being cheap at some point, and they stayed cheap on Amazon. To the point where like I'm just building a computer on Amazon now.
Well, now you're not anymore at all anywhere.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing it at all. But I was just thinking about the history of Newegg, since maybe it was all Steve's fault.
Yeah, like PC Price Picker.
Oh yeah, PC Part Picker.
Or Part Picker, yeah. That's a good website. Or I mean, that still is a good website, but it's also like, again, another victim. It's going to be another
Yeah.
victim because no one's ever
Well,
going to use that website.
Think about the
'cause-
supply chain of like, so there you've got your main components, you know, like you've got your fans, your PC case, your power supply. All these suppliers are going to have trouble, right? But there's this massive supply chain behind them of resistors and parts and PCBs and wiring and all this stuff that's all going to dive once that stuff all stops getting made because the memory and the SSD chips are too high.
Yeah.
So like that's a ton of industries that are all going to hurt.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I know that what a rich person at the top would say was like, "Hey, listen, you know, once we stopped making, vacuum tubes, televisions, you know, sorry, the vacuum tube industry died or whatever." Like,
Yeah, and the counter argument's so easy though. People love flat screen TVs, right? Like literally, everyone was like, "That would be so nice if my TV wasn't a 4x4x4 400-pound brick of death
Yeah.
that we had to hire people to move around, and it looks better."
yeah.
Like,
Well, that is going to be
Right.
the essential of their counter argument in the same way as they're going to be like, well, AI is going to make all that better, so don't worry about it. You don't need your own computer.
yeah, but they're missing the
anymore.
part that the first statement was people love flat screen TV. People are not loving the AI. Like,
Yeah.
like there isn't like.
No,
like,
that's why
you
I'm
don't go
saying
over to
they're
some
gonna-
rich person's house and be like, "Oh, dang, he's got the AI." He's got it. Did you see it in there? Like you're like, "Oh,
Well,
he's got the same
that's why I'm
garbage."
saying they're going to keep shoving it down our throats until we're just like, oh, this is all that exists because we don't remember
Yeah.
anything else.
Well, yeah, I think there's a lot of people that are worried about learning, right? Like that.
Children.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Even.
teachers and people who are worried about how you learn to learn.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of a big part. A lot of the learning you do in school, in especially college, I would say, having never gone to college, but I would just say that when you leave college, I think a lot of people didn't actually learn a lot about the thing they were supposed to learn in college.
No, they learn it on the job.
They learn how to learn stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
No. It's teaching you how to learn.
Right, yeah. It's teaching you like how to learn serious things and how to learn complicated things. There's that's like kind of, I feel like, the underlying real skill you walk away with whatever you went to college for. And it
No, it
also
truly
happens,
is, yeah.
And so that when you get out of there, and if you don't do that step, you might not know how to learn things, right? And if you're using AI through that whole cycle to answer questions, you do learn how to use AI, but now instead of learning how to learn things, you've learned how to use AI, and if that works for you and continues to work, is that the new normal?
It's
maybe?
not that it's a bad skill at this point.
But the
obviously.
problem, the problem is then there's the whole recycled garbage problem, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like when AI gets something bad, it reproduces that bad, and then you've learned it, you commit it to a web page or Wikipedia or someplace else.
Yeah, garbage in, garbage out.
And then AI reads it again and reinforces that false statement, and then continues to perpetuate it, until you understand that Christopher Columbus discovered Canada in 1900, because that's yikes.
No, yep. Garbage in, garbage out. It's been a staple of IT, knowledge since the 50s, basically.
Yeah. So anyway, Steve from Gamers Nexus.
Good cap.
Good cap. That's what that whole segment was about.
Thanks, Steve. Hats off to you.
Thanks for giving us something to talk about this week. So what did we started talking about bamboo is where we were.
Oh yeah,
Right,
okay.
And then Steve from Gamers Nexus had ripped in there. I think he's done a follow up to that as well.
He just sweeped his hair in there and took over.
But no, so Louis Rossman brought it up originally from that developer. There was another guy who I have since subscribed to his channel who's super cool, some kind of lawyer guy. And he put out a full video kind of going through all of the open license, because there's been a bunch of...
both him and Louis have been...
have
said they'll get...
Lawful Masses with Leonard French.
Yeah.
So this guy, and since then I've watched some of his other videos. Grade A, good stuff. He does a really good job of not getting too excited, being factual, really good lawyer talk, and I usually don't like lawyer talk stuff. It's usually really boring, but he does a really good job of pointing out what's important and what actually matters and what is enforceable and what's like not really enforceable. And in the case like this, that's super important. So definitely check him out. Lawful Masses with Leonard French if you're into that kind of thing. But
I was waiting for the Legal Eagle take on it.
yeah. No, he isn't. We'll see if we get a Legal Eagle bamboo video. I doubt it, but it's too niche.
So I mean, as a big fan of bamboo, like, I mean, what's your disappointment level as far as this goes?
It's none. Like I'm so. Would you be surprised if this was an Apple problem?
I mean, no.
Right. That's where I'm at. Like since day one, I feel like Bamboo has been pretty transparent about how they do business, and it's not great. Like the walled garden. Yes, we're using open source. People have been mad about that from day one. Like if you've been on Bamboo Facebook pages and forums and stuff, like since day one, people have been putting in there like, because you stole everyone's code, because you're using open source code, because it's all true, right? No one's ever, so there should be no surprise. Is it probably good that they're... Well, so I don't know if you've been following the last couple days what has happened.
No.
Okay, so essentially Bamboo fucked up because what happened is they thought they were going to come and throw their weight around and scare this guy. Then it got some attention, and then it got some attention from people who can actually do something about it. Some open source licensing committees and organizations.
Yeah, like the GLP
and so now they're actually going to follow up on it, and there's another legal video from the same guy where he talks about the fault. So they might have screwed up. They are probably going to have to release everything to the open source license like they're supposed to, and definitely that guy's not in any trouble.
Yeah, exactly. That was
Whereas if they'd have just kept their mouths shut, probably would have just been business as usual.
Yeah.
So they probably stepped in it pretty bad. Will it matter? No, not of any consequence to the company or 99% of the users.
I mean, okay, so this is the thing that I think you're not taking. I mean, I'm sure you are, but there was a love of bamboo in the creator and 3D printing community, which has probably been sullied to some degree.
Like
by
I said,
this controversy.
I think at this point, anybody who's that deep into it, this is not news. Nothing is new here. If you've been like I said, since day one, everyone's like, if you're Bamboo, either you're just like, yeah, I bought my mother-in-law an Apple laptop. I feel the same.
Yeah,
like that. Like no, but nobody else is doing it still, and I have been a little more open to other stuff. I guess over the last week or so, I've been watching some of the other stuff that's come out. There's a new Ultimaker printer, or Snapmaker, and there's it's cool and everything, but at the same time, it's still kind of the same thing where it's like, yeah, it's kind of, if the rest of these companies would take the time to do the stuff that Bamboo's doing, they could totally compete. But there's so many, they keep putting on machines too fast, other companies. They don't spend the time on profiles. Like, the reason everyone has taken to Bamboo so quickly is because you don't have to, generally, 99% of the time for most people, you put spool of filament on machine, you tell the machine what kind of filament is, and then that part of it works.
It do?
It do.
Okay.
Like, and with almost anything else, it'll work like that for most PLAs, and then when you start to go out there, you're going to have to adjust temperatures and times and stuff. And
yeah.
It's just, they spent so much time making sure those profiles were good. And that's such an easy step. Why isn't everyone doing that?
Yeah. I mean, no, it feels like everybody, all the makers and people a lot of, obviously people are using bamboos all over the place. But
yeah, and
a lot of people are just like,
and I feel like
Prusa through and through.
And even those people still have bamboos. Steve has a bamboo.
Yeah.
The last couple
well, he just admitted that they're new to 3D printing.
Yeah. But most people with the bamboo are at this point because it's still pretty introductory.
And also that's what you're talking about, the introductory aspect of it that makes it easy for people to get into the field of 3D printing and the profiles, and that's
and that's like
makes it
half of it's the
that's
same
half
kind
the
of
battle.
what made Apple successful was My mom could pick this dumb phone up, push the giant phone button, and push on the Keith picture, and now she was using a smartphone, man. You know what I mean? Like, there's.
Did your face look really dumb in the picture?
No, my mom actually never had an Apple, but that was just my example. I wouldn't stand for it. But then the other thing is like in the maker community, and speaking for a community is a dangerous thing to do. But I don't feel like very many people have like changed sides. Like a lot of people were making a lot of noise. A couple of these channels, especially, you'll see this guy I had never heard of before the other day. Now he's everywhere. I think probably similarly to like why my last video that we made, we went from 5 subscribers to 200 subscribers.
Yeah.
Because I talked about this. Same thing I think is happening to him here. But if you look behind him, he's got like 5 bamboos behind him, and this video right here, 21 hours ago, Bamboo's new printer looks really cool. And his last 2 videos, same kind of thing, was ripping on Bamboo for this stuff. I don't think anybody's changing sides over this. It's just not news.
I know. I understand. No, I understand.
The only news is that they threatened that dude.
No, well, that is news.
Yeah.
That's what was the news, and that turns them from it turns them into a malevolent company.
Litigious.
Okay, I would put them in the same realm of if you're suing a guy that's making stuff for your printer that already used open source stuff, and you're suing him because of this product that he made, and trying to extract money from him, which you don't need.
Well, they didn't do any of those things, first of all. They only sent a letter saying that they would if he didn't take it out.
Yeah, okay.
They didn't actually even send a cease and desist.
A letter of intent.
They didn't even send the cease and desist, which, again, I believe I've heard at least twice that they did.
So, okay.
You know what I mean? So, like, it's getting... I'm not saying it's good. Fuck these guys, right?
Sure. It's getting blown out of proportion.
But it is definitely, like, in the maker community, I don't think anybody was shocked by anything that happened here. Is it bad? Yes. Does it deserve all of the negative press they're getting? Yes. Yeah. Right? But, like, it's definitely getting a little...
blown out.
Yeah. Like, if you were already familiar with Bamboo, you're already familiar with all of this.
Well, so this is the other thing, though, too, because you say the maker community, and like you said, it's not great to speak for the entire maker community.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody's completely in depth about the machinations of the 3D printing world and the corporate structure and machinations that go on along with it. So, to have somebody be like some trusted entity, and they're like, oh, my Bamboo or whatever. I'm like, oh, Bamboo bad?
Maybe, but you see where I'm coming from. Like, it does suck, and they deserve everything they get for doing it. Honestly.
No, you're right, and your equation with you're equating them with apples. Is a good one.
And I've always hated how people compare them to Apple as functionality, because it's just not. Like, Apple is a totally different beast. When you look at like Android and an Apple versus when you look at a Bamboo and a handful of other 3D printers, like Bamboo is much more closed source software, but like they're kind of still the same. They use the same slicers, and they just works better. So, but you get it, I guess. I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I like
I'm gonna keep buying.
I use the Prusa slicer anyways. I ain't using that dude's slicer anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, I suggested last time we talked that you should try Orca Slicer, which is what all this is based off of.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's better. Like, it just is easier to use. The layout's better. The loads are better. It handles step files better.
I just think it's odd that if someone came up with, like, just hire the person. And that's like...
There's 100 different ways they could have handled this. First of all, if they should have already just known better to keep their mouth shut. Because, like...
You should have fucking better known better.
Yeah, you should have fucking better known better. like, that's really where it started, is they should have just known. And so they obviously... their head has gotten too big, because they thought they could just send an email and threaten him. And it did work.
I'm Bamboo. Yeah. I can do anything.
And then the other thing that people forget is this is also a Chinese company.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to do...
And they actually don't... Yeah, they don't give a shit.
Yeah. Like, so there's Bamboo of America or whatever, but it's like...
No, it's a Chinese company,
Yeah.
you're right. It's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So good luck, So, I will still buy them, but I'm still on the lookout to buy just kind of whatever is working the best for what I have to do. And as far as I can tell, like, no one has really given me a good equivalent to the H2D for any kind of reasonable price. That Creality machine with all the head changers is cool, but it's also like $5,000, and it looks like a maintenance nightmare.
Oh, I'm sure, dude. Anything with that much, yeah. There's so many points of failure.
I know it's V1 too, so it's like you're also gonna get all of our lessons learned.
Hey, listen, you're a beta tester for this machine, by the way.
So, and then the other cool thing that's on the horizon that I feel like people are really dropping the ball is a bunch of companies are coming out with multicolor printers now, right? And too many of them are doing 4 colors, and that's just not enough. Like especially with the rise of the idea that you can use the RGB CMKY type color setup. So then the newer ones are there's the Creality one with the different full heads, right? And I think that one can have 8 to 12 heads or something on it. But it's super expensive, and each head's like another $800 or something. So by not having to purge the nozzle,
it
goes way faster.
It goes way faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so you've got to switch nozzles. Bamboo came out with a new H2 printer that also has a nozzle changer, and I believe it has 8. I don't know if you've seen that.
I did not.
H2 something or other, H2C.
H2.
That whole nozzle, a row of nozzles, I think 5 or 6 on the side of it, and it will go and change just the nozzle.
Oh, it has a nozzle exchanger.
Yeah,
So you don't even have to manually change the nozzles.
Yeah, and it uses the same extruder and everything, so it's just changing the nozzle part, so
Wow.
it doesn't have to purge the nozzle out.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks super cool. And but again, though, it's like I'm looking at it, and if you run these things hard,
like, it's such a cool guy. It's just like he just scientifically compares. He's like, well, and then we're testing the weight on this one, and then it came out, and then 4.
Yeah, he's got that weird cadence to his speech, and he does it every time and cuts it like
the exact same way.
Yeah. And he's been doing it for like 5 years, I think. Or more.
Project Farm's great.
Yeah,
But so I'm thinking about a Project Farm style thing. It's like, well, then blah, blah, we have to change the heads on this one 5 times.
I love Project Farm. So anyway, so there's that's out there too, and so that same thing, less purge, quicker changes. So like on the H2D out there with AMS, like every time you change color, it stops, goes over. It's literally like a 2 or 3 minute little ordeal every time it changes color on each layer. And if you look at that garbage can that's sitting out there next to it, to print out, this, which is probably, I don't know, 300, 400 grams, I probably went through 3 kilos of material.
So the purge was
4 times what
27. The purge was 2,700.
So it's super wasteful, but it's the one I can count on, the one that works, and the one that has the best price. And so I wasted $20 in filament.
Speaking of dumpsters, you gave me that huge cheaty dumpster, and it can only print 1 color. Now I like my cheaty.
It's amazing that it found a home, really, because I mean,
I've used it a lot.
Me and it were at odds to the point where one of us was getting destroyed.
Well, the funny thing is Susie's like, really? And then I just like started just printing practical things, and she's like, okay, all right, I'll allow it. And then I started printing like really practical things. She's like, oh, can you print this? Can you print this? Now she's kind of into 3D printing remotely, or through, via through me. And she's like, oh man, we maybe 3D print that, huh? And I was like, yeah, we could.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, it is like, and I feel like maybe more for our generation than the younger generation, for whatever, because, like, I don't know why, but it just seemed to be the case.
Well, I just feel like, I don't know why they called it in World War One people the greatest generation or whatever, because I think we are the greatest generation in the respect that we got to live through such an insane range of technological revolution. Like,
yeah, we're kind of
like I went from antennas on my TVs and record players built into my TVs to we're 3D printing.
I know
TVs now.
Yeah, that probably has a lot to do with. I bet I guess like my kids, like, they don't feel like it's that amazing. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I've kind of seen these on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, they seem super cool, but like we're like, dude, do you understand?
No,
we can just like fabricate things.
I was listening to FM radio, and then we got the internet.
Yeah, the internet
or computers at all.
Yeah.
Computers, playing games on DOS and stuff, and then the internet, and then AOL. And then
not to mention like phones.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so we had
and then cell phone.
We had rotary dial phones when we were kids.
Nobody knows what. A kid wouldn't even know what to do with that.
Yeah.
They just press the numbers.
And then we got like the bigger ones that like had buttons that were on the wall, And then we got the cool clear ones.
No,
did you have a clear one?
Yeah, obviously.
And then they were cordless. That was the future. All of a sudden you could be cordless. What?
Yeah, the amount of technological revolution that we went through, I think we literally our age group went through the most immense change.
Yeah, I know.
Anybody couldn't. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with AI, but like, now we're happening.
I don't think it can be.
We're part of AI
I was
now.
going to say
too.
we got that too. So yeah, I don't think there's anybody. I mean, maybe if you were around when like electricity kind of came into fashion, because before electricity, I mean, you were literally like. The most automated thing you had was a flour mill powered by the wind,
right? Or the sea, or the river.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you could like have a light in your room and like, that's cool.
That's the only other generation I think that would have.
Maybe our parents. Our parents have been around a little longer than us and seen everything we've seen.
Oh, I guess that's true.
But they kind of missed out on the being a kid part.
Well, they also don't know how to use the
fucking
internet.
I was going to say, because they didn't embrace it because they weren't young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're our parents right now with AI.
Yeah. We're like, fuck AI.
This is garbage. This isn't going to catch on.
I'm just going to stay on my Facebook.
Yeah. What's the record store doing?
That's funny. You're not wrong. That's actually a good analogy. It's like, that's why we're like poo-pooing AI so much, because we're like, no, we don't need that. We got enough technology.
I have seen a lot of articles this week saying a lot of grade school classrooms are ditching the Chromebooks and going back to full books and paper and pencils. I think it's a good move.
It's a good move. It's a good move. Also, you know what?
You also haven't gotten the experience of having to have a kid with a junk Chromebook, like from a school where the battery lasts 5 minutes, and it's 2 years old and nothing. It's still got.
And you had to pay for it.
It's got Wi-Fi 1 on it, and you're like, "What is Wi-Fi 1?"
What is Wi-Fi 1?
It's a Cat 5 cable. But yeah, it's raw like that. It's just bad. Like,
oh man, yeah, I think that it's especially egregious when you make kids have to pay for that too.
Yeah, and most places don't do that anymore. I would say, at least locally, right? 5-6 years ago, they were like, we got to budget this into the school budget because we can't keep just sending parents bills for computers that their kids are just going to flush down the toilet.
Piss all over.
Yeah. So, but then also from my experience, my kids like never use them. They don't even come out of their backpacks.
Well, it's because it's not a great learning device. I think that the tactile. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, there. It wasn't a bad idea in the respect that, like, okay, kids want to be on screens. Let's put the knowledge on the screens that they're going to be on anyways, or whatever. It's like, well, they're not gonna. They're not gonna look at the book app. They're gonna look at the other app, dude.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I'm hoping that is over, but we'll see. You never know.
I think it's cool to like. I mean, the other flip side of that is that the entire scholastic book industry is terrible. Is also like a very vampiric.
So I don't. Again, being a parent of kids, you know, the book fair still happens.
Does it?
Oh yeah, and
Is
it's like
is Pizza Hut still involved?
no. That was different. That was read it or book it. Yeah. No, the regular old book fair with like the books set up like a store in the library or in one of the classrooms, and then kids go down there and buy like pencils with big erasers and posters and
I remember
Ferrari bookmarks.
That's pretty cute.
Still going on, and I like it. I'm for it.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, let's just go right to the Guinness Book of World Records section.
William has like 3 of those. Yep, but the other scholastic book department, not great. That's a rough conversation in general.
Oh yeah, no, it's a horrible vampiric thing of taking advantage of college students. It's awful. That's why I pirate all educational books.
Oh, I seen a great quote. I forget how it goes. I gotta look it up real quick. This is an amazing quote, and it summed up something I've been trying to figure out how to say my whole life.
Oh, Jesus.
The guy who made Steam, Gabe Newell.
Gabe Newell, yeah.
Or about why he was making Steam.
He made Half-Life 2.
Oh, we think there's a fundamental misconception about piracy. Piracy is almost a service problem, not a pricing problem.
Yeah, it's because people can't get stuff.
Yeah, it's because you've made it too hard
convoluted to get stuff.
Yeah. And I was like, he's right. Like they just made it too hard. Like the smart thing about streaming now and everything is how they almost, I think they're backpedaling now and really effing it up all their ads, and pirating started to come back again real hard because it was going away 4 or 5 years ago. It was getting harder and harder and harder to find stuff because it's just too easy to get. Too much of it was out there. Amazon Music, all this stuff you could just get anytime you wanted, anything you needed. They just made it so easy and cheap, and became trillionaires or billionaires in the process because they just pulled a little bit from everybody every month. Yeah. Right? So they figured out a way to market it and give you the service you wanted at a price you could still afford, even though it was still too much.
And don't forget, lock you into their ecosystem so that eventually you're just like dependent upon them.
And so they solved that equation just like Steam did, right? Like all of a sudden I own 1 million Steam games that I haven't played.
Yeah.
Because they made it too easy to buy them, right? And so I'm buying them, whereas I used to be really selective about a game I would go and buy. Going to EB or GameStop.
I want this one. Magic Johnson's Fast Break.
And so they solved that problem. And so now that they have the solution, they're effing it up, which is amazing. Not Steam, but the streaming services. But when you think back to like when we were kids and like Napster was happening and all that stuff, like the problem really wasn't like that we wanted to steal. The problem was we wanted to listen to the music, and they had not made a way that we could, because we didn't have that much money.
So I wanted to say this about this because this actually touches on what I was watching the Thunders versus the Spurs last night. It's Game 7.
Yeah, sports ball.
Spurs won. They're going to the NBA Finals against the Knicks. Throughout this playoffs, the NBA playoffs, there are, 6 avenues in which you have to go through to watch any given sports game, like an NBA Finals game. Okay, so like, let's say, all right, this nation likes basketball. It's a given. We do. We like football. We like basketball. So you should be able to like tune into a station or blah blah blah, whatever. I meant sound old timey. I was like, oh, turn into a station. No, I mean like go to NBC or whatever.
We used to have this problem solved.
We used to have this problem solved.
Yeah.
So now it's literally hard to figure out where you have to watch this game. Like, and then sometimes it's on Amazon. You have to have Amazon to watch a game now. Like, even if it's your local team, which it was.
Yeah.
In Detroit. Or in Michigan, you had to watch the games on Amazon. And you can't just tune into a local station or whatever and watch the Detroit Pistons play. You have to have an Amazon Prime subscription.
Yeah, I don't...
And then, but
motorsports is just as bad.
Yeah.
Like, I can't stand how, like, hard it is to watch motorsports. I don't watch IndyCar. Mike's always trying to get me to watch it. But one of the things I give IndyCar credit for...
I'm like, it just pirate everything. Because, like, it's just like, that's a way easier methodology.
So people were doing that with IndyCar.
Yeah.
They were on, like, their own Indy... Like, you had to go to their website and sign up and stream it. Or you had to be on, I think, maybe Hulu or something that had an IndyCar series where you could buy it and watch it there.
Yeah.
But, again, nobody was doing that. Right, and so they
you have to have IndyCar Premium or Platinum.
So they did what I think is pretty smart. They just threw in the towel and said, "Screw it, we'll record." You can still do those things if you don't know this, but we'll just record the whole thing and we'll just put it on YouTube and get the money from the views.
Smart.
The day after the race or whatever, you can just go to YouTube and just watch it, and you look and it's got hundreds of thousands of views or whatever.
Yeah, but you go into work though, and people talking about the race and be like, "Spoiler alerts!"
Yeah. Well, that's been a topic on everyone's, kind of plate for a long, long time. Is why the country's so divided about everything, why everybody fights about everything, is because we don't have those shared moments anymore of
the water cooler talk.
Yeah, that we used to have where people would watch that one thing that happened last night, like the Super Bowl
or the newest episode of Lost.
Yeah, or whatever it was, and that was it. That was like the biggest deal in the world. Like, yeah.
Water cooler moments that happened. Yeah.
And with that being gone, that's why we're just a bunch of screwed up apes again. So. That was what held us together.
Well, no, I know, but
you're like, did you see that Michael Jackson video last night on Fox?
Well, that's the funny
is
like
we just like cat.
We're just like as soon as these apes get a bunch of computers, they just revert to even worse apes.
They revert to even worse apes. Oh, that's funny. That's bamboo for you.
Yeah, that is bamboo. I don't know. I agree with you. I think that bamboo's fun. I'm not gonna get rid of the Cheaty anytime soon, but if I do get a new printer, it'll be either a bamboo or a Prusa. But
yeah. So speaking of Gamers Nexus,
Steve,
I was
what's
gonna
up, dude?
So you brought up like when he got in a fight with like LTT and and I think he definitely in that video too. He kind of exaggerated a little bit here and there, but whatever, I guess. And obviously LTT took it super serious. But I've also kind of been I've been a pretty long-term follower of LTT too, like from way back.
Yeah.
And I feel like over the last 6 months or a year or so too, they have gotten really. Maybe it's me, maybe I'm just leaving their demographic, or maybe their demographics changing, But I feel like they have also gotten very disillusioned with themselves, like into a really weird place. I notice a lot of people have left.
Yeah. So the reason that happened is, I don't know if you know that much about the company, but Linus sold the company, and he is.
No, he didn't.
Well, he's the creative director of the company now.
He took himself out of the CFO. He still owns it. Him and Yvonne still own it.
Sorry. Him and Yvonne still own it, but
they brought in the CFO,
he's no longer
the
the CEO
Yeah.
anymore of the company. Sorry, didn't sell it. He is. They're not they're not in private equity hands or anything like that.
No.
But he under the new CEO and maybe even before the new CEO's policy, a lot of the long-term contributors and stuff have left and stepped out because they weren't getting fairly compensated for their work within the corporation, which is insane because they were like, like a good chunk of the like Linus is cool, he's a good frontman or whatever, but like some of the other dudes were like really cool, and like Jake and like and these people were like really cool contributors, and they left to do their own thing because they're just like, I'm just not getting fairly contributed, and I don't think this is a valid way to live my life.
Yeah, and I see that kind of happening with those guys, and I see kind of like a little bit of, so it's kind of that combined with a little bit of, I think, the donut thing too. I don't know if how much you follow Donut.
Yeah, so Donut
where everyone on Donut kind of like worked super hard.
Well, Donut did get bought out by private equity.
But at the same time, before they did and after they did, the guys didn't get paid that much.
Yeah.
And they were raking in a lot of money. And then they all, I think, kind of felt like, man, we build this whole thing, we run it every day, and like, we really don't own it at all, and we never will.
Yeah.
And then I think there was some of that, and then at the same time,
that's why I'm all for these people starting their new channels
100%.
like Speed, Big Time,
off
of Donut. Those channels are both great, and then Jake's channel and the ones that have come off of the Linus Tech Tips. I'm like, I watch them now too because I'm just like, okay, this is actually cool. I'll still watch Linus Tech Tips, but
I have been watching it less and less because I feel like they have not been throwing out anything. It's felt very phoned in, and at the same time, I think I felt since like the whole like. And then he bought a jet and like showed everybody. Like I was like, "What are you doing?" Kind of even on that first jet video, I'm like, "This is very."
But there's also this. I think that the relevancy of the what I got into Linus Tech Tips for the in the first place is PC building, which is going away.
Yeah.
And then unless you're fucking hyper rich. You can't build a PC anymore.
So let me counter your argument. So let's show my private jet videos.
Yeah. Well, you're grasping at straws essentially.
Well, I know. Like, but at that point, I feel like it's kind of that. I don't feel like that was. If PC building is too expensive, private jet stuff is also too expensive.
I know, but like now a lot of the Linus Tech Tip videos are like, hey. Here's what we're doing to build our completely, autonomous house, or like. I feel
like that went away a little too. Like I was interested in. I watched all the Batman stuff. I thought that was cool, right? And I feel like when he did that, he did a decent job of not being rich guy, because he is kind of slowly turning into rich guy.
He is rich.
There's
Dude,
no. There's people with money, but then there's rich guy, right?
Yeah.
The rich guy's can't get through a conversation with talking about rich guy stuff, right? Like I've worked for rich guys many times. You know what I mean? Like there's people who have a lot of money, and then there's rich guy who's
rich guy energy.
Yeah. And I feel like the rich guy energy is creeping up and creeping up and creeping up to where he's can't have a conversation without it being a topic. Can you call me wrong?
No, you're right, because it like creeps.
I still watch Tech Linked every day, pretty much.
Oh, I like Tech Linked.
Yeah.
So,
and,
I love the sub channels too. That's the thing. It's like oh man, that's the thing. I just miss actual good tech news, and I'm not talking about reviews. I'm like talking about like useful tech tips.
When they when they would talk about stuff, do stuff
like, hey, dude, like here's how to clean up your computer, or like here's how to like get around like a firewall or blah blah blah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Build a Raspberry Pi to be your ad blocker. Like, there was all that kind of stuff, and now it's like let's look at his last few videos. Linus is easy, right? Like, what does that mean? I let open source drive me to work. See, that was another series video where I'm glad he finally gets the third one. Good set of videos where he
put in time on that one,
And they put in that thing in his car, the open source autonomous driving thing. See, cool. But then here we go. Here's another one about like the Trump phone, the $5,000 PC from 4 years ago. Not bad, all right. Building a PC in third person sounds okay, maybe, right? But there's a lot of stuff.
No, okay. So actually, a couple of the ones you just scrolled past were pretty good too.
Yeah.
Like the Google one, I was like, they're. I still watch them, obviously.
But I do too. That's why I have opinions on them, right? But then like this one, super phoned in. Don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I mean, he doesn't. my wife wanted a DDR pad, right?
Yeah.
His wife didn't want a DDR pad.
No, neither did his kids.
And neither did his kids or him. And then he did also, like, so nobody is into DDR. And he doesn't hook it up or play the game right. And then, so it's like this I don't even understand what's going on other than, like, look at my giant TV in my awesome house. Like, that's what this is rich guy video. Like, literally, look, he goes online, buys, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's just stuff. It's gotten a little weird. And then, yeah, the whole jet thing, I was like, what are you doing, man? And even, like, the part, like, you can tell, like, I forget the kid's name that's with him on the jet videos. Like, you can even, like, tell watching him, like, what are we doing here?
No, he felt it was crunchy the whole time. He was like,
yeah.
I shouldn't be doing this.
So, I don't know. I watch less of the main channel lately, for sure. So, it just doesn't hold my attention, and yeah, there's weird stuff. So, YouTube Premium. There's a subscription I'm happy to pay every month.
I actually don't bother with that. Why? What do you get out of it?
No ads, first of all, at all. Just that alone.
And Brave, I have an ad blocker, which I guess is piracy.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, that's what people consider as
Yeah.
a form of piracy, like an ad blocker.
Does it work still?
It does.
On
And
YouTube?
and Brave. Yeah. It just automatically skips ads and then also sponsor segments, which that I think is the piracy aspect of it. It's like if your creator is doing an ad read, like,
Mm-hmm.
and it knows when the ad read comes and it just skips that part.
Oh, that's nice.
It is nice.
Because
but
I
it's
skip those all the time anyway, and it's funny, like, even YouTube sometimes will have, like, a little bar that says, like, frequently skipped.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it depends on what I'm doing. Like, in my, whether I skip them or not. Because we watch, and apparently this is a growing trend, too. Like, rapidly growing. And I've heard a few different people talk about it, including on LTT, I think, or on the WAN show. Which the WAN show I've also listened to less and less lately, because I feel like they have also really just started to recycle the same conversation over and over and over. And it's like, all right,
Well,
guys.
we're starting to talk about AI too much.
Yeah. But and before I would have said because we had 8 listeners, who cares? But now apparently we have 200. But yeah, so the WAN show, I've been listening to that less and less. But when they do ad reads, I don't know. I probably skip them half the time.
Well, the thing is like, I do still respect their technical knowledge and in the field. So, like, if they are going all in on a product or a project or something like that, I'd give it a second thought, because I'm like, okay, this actually might be a good solution for something, you know? Like, you know, for example, if they, whatever VPN they suggested, I would still think that's probably a good VPN. Because there's a lot of bullshit VPNs that are just like...
I've been using ExpressVPN for like 5 years,
Yeah.
so I still use it.
Yeah.
I hope it's not a bullshit one. It seems alright.
No, Express is good. But Nord is one of the ones that is kind of like, I think is like...
Well,
not as good anymore.
Didn't another VPN just get in trouble for doing the honey thing, where it's like if you were on their VPN, they were adding in their own
little hooks in the URLs to like make sure that
so that they would get like the, what do you call it when you direct someone to a website to buy something, the whatever that kickback is.
I don't know which one that was, and I don't want to speak out of turn.
Yeah, I can't think of the name. I think I just seen it yesterday, and it might not even have been a VPN. But anyways. Yeah, VPN is also awesome if you travel and you watch Netflix and stuff.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Because all the stuff, if you, not for the normal reasons of watching it outside your region, but because you travel somewheres, and all of a sudden you can't watch a bunch of stuff because it's all back in America only, and it's like, I'm just trying to watch Star Trek here.
Yeah,
like,
no, I want to watch
VPN back into Florida.
I fall asleep to Star Trek every night.
Yeah, how did you know? Voyager is the hardest one to fall asleep to.
Voyager is the hardest one to fall asleep to, says a true Star Trek fan.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think that was all my other topics. I do love this new, you probably already seen stuff like this new format of YouTube videos where it's just dudes playing records.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
And they just stand there, and you just get the audio from the records. I think we should just start doing that. They just take turns. Like, the person on the left plays the song, and the person on the right plays the song.
All right, DJ, go. Yeah. You do now.
And they just flip back and forth. And that's it.
You now. And then they just stand there like this.
Oh, they dance around a little bit.
No, yeah, I'm kind of dancing like. Isn't that a good tune?
They look at these two guys. I watch these guys a bunch. They just.
That guy just dropped the beat, or what did he drop? Is he tying his shoe?
I think he's looking through records.
Oh, he's
got
dude, he's like, he's like funkily looking through records.
Yeah, they'll like pull one out, show it to the other guy, but all you get is the record audio, right? So you're just like, you don't.
Are they even trying to beat match with each other?
No. They just take turns playing songs. Like this, he'll be having a song go, and then the other guy will be
like, this one's Lauryn Hill, dude.
No, they don't talk at all.
I know, but it's just in his mind. This is Lauryn Hill.
But yeah, I like it. It's it's my new favorite YouTube video format. Because it's essentially just a radio station.
It is, but it's...
with no talking.
I know, but it's also, you have to watch guys in dumb shirts just like kind of bop around.
And most of it is all like Latin or something like that, so it's pretty awesome.
You guys can't see this, but there's a lot of bopping around in this video.
A lot of faces too.
That's funny.
Yeah, let's take a break. Alright, everything's back on now. Better audio.
Alright, so you know what? This is part 2 where the audio is better.
The audio better. You know, like at this point, 50% of our podcasts have better audio through different parts.
Well, this is the thing too. It's just like mid-season in the first season of a show. They shake up the back end of who's running things, and they get somebody better, and they're like, oh, now we got it locked in or whatever. But we keep going back and forth, vacillating.
Well, yeah, we'll get it figured out.
No, we won't.
We will. I will. Every time. I keep getting doing upgrades. So every show we've also done a good upgrade. So we did.
Actually, every show has had an upgrade. Yeah. That is
so
true.
Like if you watch the first 4 now, the 4 where you weren't here.
This is an iterative stream.
Yeah. The 4th one is so much better than the first one in every way. The camera, the light, the audio, like it's. So then this one will be the best one.
What about our vibe though?
I don't know.
Our vibe has to keep going up. Then when are we gonna stop? We're gonna start being like what, strippers or something like.
Well, we don't have to. Like,
we have to have them on the TV. And
I was considered like so. I bought this chair. So where my wife works, they tore down the building and they built a new building next door, and they gave away some of the furniture. And there's like this chair in my living room. You probably missed it when you came in because it's kind of in the corner. And I was thinking about setting it right there, and that can be our guest chair. So we could have a third person come in.
Well, you know what'd be fun is just do the entire podcast and then just swing a camera around at the end of it. Like, what'd you think about that? And they're just like, pretty good.
Pretty good. I like it.
That was our guest.
That was our guest. Thanks for coming. And we could stare at them while we talk to, like we're talking to them about everything.
Yeah.
We could set the camera right over their shoulder, so when we're
it looks like we're looking right down the barrel.
Yeah. So, but yeah, hopefully the camera upgrade on this episode should be great. I'm really impressed with the video. And then the next one will be the lights, and I also did some more sound upgrade that really made a difference up here.
I mean, it sounds great in here, and also it looks cool. I mean, I don't know. I think sound dampening, cool sound dampening stuff just looks cool.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of studios, recording in studios. So it's just like, yeah, that's cool.
It's also a two-way street. Our dogs were barking for a while there, and
I didn't hear it.
it's way like the first couple times we recorded down here. Every noise upstairs was
Tinkle,
audible.
tinkle, 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 tinkle.
Yep. And now it's quite a bit better, like with the dogs going nuts or whatever, with William smashing through a wall playing VR. So
Yeah.
So anything else you want to talk about before I shift into something else?
Well,
Did
yeah.
we cover a lot or?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about your Linux debacle.
Yeah, so I have my. Whoops.
Calm down,
bro. My HP, which also has a debacle right now. I don't know if you've seen HP was in the news last week because they did what was it? I forget. They did a hot fix for a bunch of HP computers, and I think including this one, that just puts them into a death BIOS loop.
What was so it was a BIOS upgrade?
No, I don't know I don't remember what the patch was for, but it's through the HP software manager that I believe I have turned off, so I don't have it. But it does something. It updates. I don't know if it's BIOS or what, but it puts it into essentially non-bootable, and the only way to fix it is then to go in and do a BIOS flash.
Oh, I bet it's a chipset. I bet it was a chipset.
That might have been a motherboard chipset. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it's a chipset upgrade, and it screwed your motherboard.
So I'm good. But it is like.
But people that weren't,
Yeah, it's brick.
Fervent enough. Like brick.
You can repair it but if you don't,
not a normal person.
No, not a normal person. And if that's your only computer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Where do you go for the solution?
Yeah.
To your neighbor's house, I guess.
I've been in that situation. It is go to a friend's house and I have a USB drive. I'm sad.
I'm a sad boy. Please help me.
Yeah. So, yeah, HP. But anyway, so my Linux debacle is here. And
see, I'm currently using my Linux debacle, and it's the opposite of a debacle. I've not had any problems.
I haven't had any problems.
Oh, you know what?
Except for...
It's the fucking stickers, man.
I don't think so.
Well, because I don't have any stickers on mine, and it's just working just fine.
Yeah, but these are really good stickers.
Oh, okay.
So right. You got Mars Investigations.
Yeah.
Bamboo Labs.
Yeah.
It was the Bamboo one. Molacola from the Mola Cult.
Okay.
And then the Snail.
Yeah. What's in the back?
Oh, the 5,000 units.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
And so it's probably not the stickers.
Okay. All right. I'll give it to you.
You already figured out, wasn't it the BIOS or something? Something is wrong with it. It runs for 10, 15 minutes and then it freezes. Locks up every time.
So this is a property of Zorin OS as opposed to the hardware, right? You think?
I don't know. It's part of the. Remember, there's an error when it boots.
Yeah. No, I get that same error.
I don't know if that error is the problem or not. I haven't put any effort into fixing it.
And you did do an update?
Yes, I did an update a couple days ago, and it didn't change anything. So.
Shame.
So we'll see. I'm very close to just put Windows back on there and.
Well, I mean,
going back to Mr. Windows.
Well, this is the thing. We might be seeing whether or not it's a hardware issue then, because if, the same thing will happen with Windows.
Yep.
At some point in time.
Other than that, because
my thing is, if it's getting too hot after a certain 15 minutes, if it's running for a certain amount of time, that means it's getting too hot. Something's getting disconnected or
potentially overheating.
Or just not being cooled properly, or there is a connection that's not being made after a certain amount of time, and then it goes back or whatever. I don't know.
And admittedly, so I do have a very nice bag. I don't know if you've ever seen this.
Oh, didn't you say your fan wasn't on, or
I don't remember. I don't think maybe I don't think so.
Because if the CPU is getting overheated, it'll just shut down.
I do have a super nice, well padded laptop bag, but even with that, I have.
Is that from LTT store?
No. LTT store slash I need more jet fuel. Anyway, I have literally trucked this thing halfway around the world now a couple times, and I do literally drag it around everywhere every day. So it very well may be just some kind of physical problem from me banging it around or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
so it could be actually hardware.
It takes some abuse. In fact, just this HP actually, while you were
just trying to show it off, you smashed it into the microphone.
While I was on our trip there, my bag did literally come unzipped on each side and flip down.
Oh, no.
And this thing shot right out of it and smashed against the floor and kind of broke in half a little bit, but it all snapped back together.
Oh, nice.
That seems okay. So
I'm glad you found a play school one.
Well, when you carry them around as much as I do, which is a lot, or like every single day, just about these things leave the house and go somewhere, and sometimes it's very far and it's carry-on luggage and everywhere, and they take abuse, and so maybe it's just that. But on the other hand, the other part of the Linux thing is it is getting a little cumbersome on other stuff just from everyday use. Like, it is like a little rough. Like,
well, because you want to. I mean, well, it's okay. It's its own thing. Do you want to learn Linux, or do you want to like? No, okay. Okay. Hold on. Do you want to learn Linux, or do you want to learn Linux and have hardware and software issues going on constantly? No,
That's
no.
Yeah.
I'll do one of the or whatever. I'll solve a hardware issue.
Well, everyone's gonna have hardware issues. There's no way to get around hardware issues unless you somehow get rid of. Well, I mean, NVIDIA's got to answer for you. You just cloud CPU.
Well, no. I know. Solving a hardware issue when you're well versed in the operating system is a lot easier than it is when you're in an operating system you're not familiar with. So if you're in Linux and suddenly,
which for most people is all of them, and for some people it's all of them but Windows.
Yeah.
And for a couple of people it's all of them and Windows and Linux.
I only know new. So that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, outside of that, when it does work, it's just like, I don't know. It's still a little wonky here and there. I'm not feeling way better about it, and I still have ended up coming back to my Windows laptop again and again.
Have you tried this? Sudo solved the problem in terminal.
Like slash solve the problem?
No, sudo. No, type in the.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying it. So I type in sudo slash solve the problem.
Yeah, sudo slash solve the problem. That's it. That's funny. Yeah, I guess sudo probably has its own parameters that you could give it. I've never looked up the parameters for sudo.
So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to stay in it. I want to, or maybe I should try a different flavor, or maybe I shouldn't waste my time on it, and I should just put Windows on it because I have like 100 things going on right now, and I lose my patience with things real quickly at the moment.
Well, when you brought this up, it was an experiment for both you and I, and we're like, okay, let's try it out and let's see how we do with Linux. And we're just gonna, ideally the laptop would have just worked swimmingly and you not have any problems, and you have to figure out how to use Linux. And we're like, okay, well, how do I install applications, how do I do this, how do I do that? You've not been able to do that because you have run into these hardware issues.
Yeah, well, the first bump in the road was video editing, which was twofold.
Yep.
One, laptop's not powerful enough. Two,
DaVinci didn't work on it.
DaVinci wouldn't work. And I guess kind of threefold. OBS, like, people love OBS. So here's going back to kind of an LTT topic. They were talking about this the other day, that people kind of like Linux wash their opinions of Linux stuff. Like, they're like, yeah, it works good, and it only crashes 30% of the time. Like, that's not working good.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like OBS is like that. Like
Your downtime should be 0, basically.
Yeah.
Or like close to.
yeah, whereas like it's not. OBS seems to it's a little rough, especially now that I have it here too. Like I used OBS on here, much better experience, regardless of power. So if you're just doing like audio, just doing some other things, OBS seems way better on Windows. So
Yeah, unfortunate.
so that was the first kind of bump in the road where I was like, I have to load this all up in this Windows computer and just run it. And as soon as I did that, all of a sudden, video editing became way smoother, even though I'm not good at it.
So when you reinstall Windows on that laptop, and I keep Linux on this, does that make me stronger?
It makes you more Linuxy.
Oh my god, look at me.
But I do feel
still
like
rocking
we
Linux.
are getting a little bit of that. I don't know how much you're using yours though. I've been using mine. I was using mine a lot, so I started running all of the social accounts. I'm doing all of my, even though a lot of it's browser.
Well,
right?
all of the logins for 5,000 units are on this. So I haven't even logged in with my other laptop.
So that's what I was doing, right? And
Yeah.
then it includes like Google stuff and all of my conversations I'm having with guys in China and everything like that. And it's like the first couple times when it's like,
Who are these Chinese men you're speaking to?
it's I got my phones over there. So there's this really nice guy named Patrick. Shout out Patrick. I know
Hey,
it's not your
Patrick.
real name, but that's cool.
Oh, Patrick Wong.
Patrick Smith. He's super cool though. He's totally like, you need anything from any of the Chinese sites that we can't buy stuff from, he will get you that stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. You just you gotta wire him some money.
Ooh,
Yeah.
sounds cool.
Yep. But yeah, I got that going on. It's good. But back to Linux. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it or not. We'll see. Like, I don't have a good reason to. I want to use Linux because I don't want to use Windows. But I also can't afford as much attention as it seems to be taking every time I get in there.
Yeah,
So
I get it. What about a different flavor?
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm on the fence of trying to decide whether, like, do we try something else
the mint or something like
and
that.
potentially cost more attention and time and frustration, or do I just say screw it and fold and order it off Amazon like I do everything else because I'm a bad person?
Well, don't do that. What are you talking about? Just install Windows.
Well, yeah, so I mean, like, the same as me just
Oh.
ordering stuff
Oh,
off
yeah,
Amazon.
I see,
You know?
I see what you're saying.
Like I do with
No,
everything else in my life. Sorry.
Well, okay, so the alternative is, and you didn't hear this from me, but you know, you get Windows, a trial version of Windows 11, and then you go to massgrave.dev, and then just click a button, and it runs a PowerShell script that gives you free Windows and free Office.
I'm not even worried about paying for it. That's not the problem.
I know.
Like,
I know. That
I
you're
would
not.
happily pay.
By the way, massgrave.dev.
Is a place you shouldn't go. If you are, if you really support your Windows Microsoft ecosystem, stay away.
I don't go there.
Don't.
I swear to God, you should not go there.
Oh, what is the
I just love the name of that site too, though. It's massgrave.dev, which you should not go to.
I do like that. I've been hearing over that Windows is, or Microsoft in general, has really realized that they just put their foot in it, and nobody wants AI. I seen a thing.
Yeah, Cortana or whatever.
Yeah, they're totally
Sorry, no.
backpedaling on the whole thing, and part of it was, and looking back, you know, hindsight and all, this is so obvious. Like, let's say you had a company, right, and this company was so infamous in the sector that they were in that literally, even though you didn't make most of the units, like say it was a car, right? Let's say you made cars, and even though you don't make the cars, right? That every company that made the cars put your fucking logo on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Don't change that. That's what they did. They took the fucking Windows key, which every PC manufacturer except for Apple was putting on their products. Like the friggin' your company's logo. And they're like, we're going to make it something new that nobody knows or likes.
And they don't know what it's going to do?
And somebody from Microsoft was quoted saying, after doing a bunch of market research that was most likely them monitoring and getting feedback from people without their consent, is that in general, users are just terrified to push the Cortana button.
So
the AI is stupid.
I like the you know, that because there's always like there's been a bunch of skits and stuff about stuff like that. It was like with you know, those meetings where they just have a bunch of people in a room, and then there's just like it was like, okay, so what do you think about when you press that button? And they're like, I didn't like it at all.
that's I think that's what happened. That's where
I don't know what happened. What it came up with something telling me to ask it about something.
And then it told me every idea I had was fantastic.
Yeah, it started blowing smoke up my ass.
Oh, Gemini is so bad about that. Like,
Blowing smoke.
oh my gosh, the sycophancy thing where it's just like you could tell it anything, and tell it like, hey, if you phrase it in the way that like, hey, I had an idea, and I think I should do this, and I think it would be great. It's going to answer every section of that like, that is the most original, fantastic idea. And the best part of it is because you're doing it like this. And that, like, it just is insane how much, like, you can give it the worst bad ideas and it will be like, just so good.
You can, like, you know, well, I mean, okay, so I don't know if you heard about this, but Google search no longer responds to, if you type into Google disregard, it doesn't have a search result anymore. Because that is an injection prompt for AI to disregard all previous orders or whatever.
So my Gemini, I do have it, like I've told it, if you tell it over and over.
Google.com.
Yeah, I get it. But so I was just saying, my Gemini, I have told it to stop doing that. Like, you can explain it to Gemini and be like, remember this, and it will kind of put it in its long-term memory, whatever that's called, and then remember it. And you'll see it, like, if you go into, usually it has a little area that's minimized that kind of walks it through all of its thinking. And the first thing it will be,
it doesn't have long-term memory per se, but I see what
current model Gemini does. You can tell it to, like, it has two things where it will kind of reference all of your previous conversations and kind of keep a grand scheme idea of what it's like talking to you and things that you're doing, and it will reference your other conversations and new conversations.
It can reread everything.
Yes, but it will also has some kind of like storage where it's like, these are some hard points that you have told it to hang on to.
Those are like, you know, like, hey, these are ultimate objectives or things that you have to keep in mind.
Right.
Or these are your parameters.
Yeah, and they have a bunch of stupid new vocabulary for all these things. I just don't care enough to learn it. But anyway, so one of the things, one I have told it that it has to always call itself Frank 2 instead of Gemini, and it does it like 50% of the time.
It forgets.
Yeah. And then the other one is to stop being a kiss ass, essentially. Like, stop it. And again, 50% of the time. Like, I hate that the Google Home Assistant has turned into this psycho person who loves me on the speaker. Right? I used to be like,
oh, dude, you're so fucking funny.
Yeah. I used to be like, Google, what is 8% of 632.8? And it would just plot a number. And now it's like, plot a number.
What a cool question.
Yeah, what a cool question. Here's the answer. Would you like to do some more math with me?
Because
like,
dude, all your questions are really cool.
Yeah,
dude.
Essentially, they turned Google Home Assistant into Dora the Explorer. Like, every time I say anything to it, it's like, "Can you help me find boots?" Like, dude, I just needed to know the percentage. I don't want to have a conversation. Oh, so anyways, I was also going to throw this out there. We were talking about Windows licenses. Every machine I've ever built, I go to Kinguin.
Massgrave.dev.
I go to Kinguin and I just buy a Windows license.
Oh, that's funny.
They're like $10.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that still works anymore, because I think when Microsoft cracked down on, because what they all were is they were corporate Windows accounts, where companies will buy, they have to buy blunt numbers. They don't get to just pick like, we need 238 of them.
OEM accounts.
Yeah, they'll get like 500 accounts.
Yeah.
And then when they don't use 200 of them, they just get sold off.
Yeah.
And then they're just essentially out there worthless, and these people get a hold of them. And then
they just sell them for $10 a pop and scratch them off the list every time they sell one. Like, I don't know what you want. Like, they're legit copies of Windows.
Yeah, we bought them. By the way, that's legitimately a valid copy of Windows.
Yes,
at that
I know.
Point. Yeah, like
And
who cares of like what it's just like. Listen, if I drive a car off the lot,
if
and
I sold you
it,
one of these video games
Yeah.
for $5,
that's my video game.
It's your video game now, right? Like, I don't see how it's any different. Like, but for some reason, it's very frowned upon.
Well,
but
the thing is,
it's
now,
nice because again, this is a piracy conversation, is what it is, because it lets somebody who essentially, if you were not willing to pay the I can't remember what it was last time, $120 to $160 for Windows, then you had a way to go get it cheap, right? If
but Microsoft Office 365 lifetime activation?
That doesn't exist anymore, I don't think.
It does though.
Well, that's piracy. You can't legally buy that anymore.
No, you're correct.
Yeah.
You should have been able to. You should be able to still dude, if I was running Microsoft Office, whatever fucking version before 365 was, it 6.0 or whatever?
I don't know.
Yeah. But running that, and I was like, well, I guess I get to have this forever. Let's say I'm a fucking fantasy author. That's all I do is write Word documents. And then because my computer's connected to the internet, I can no longer use Microsoft Office unless I upgrade to 365 and start paying a consistent monthly or yearly fee.
Yeah, I don't know. That keeps happening. And it's part of and I absolutely hate it. Like, that's... And there's been one instance,
lack of ownership.
Yeah. There's been one instance where I have not hated it, and I thought about this the other day, and somebody, I think it might even have been on Wan Show, they brought it up, and that is Flickr. Are you familiar with Flickr at all?
Yeah.
So the crazy thing about Flickr, and I never understood how this worked, and I just didn't care because it did work, is 13 years ago. Smartphones were finally becoming really ubiquitous. Everyone was going to have one, and all of a sudden, all of your pictures were on your phone, right? And this probably happened to everyone. Is that first phone you had 1 billion pictures on it, and then you lost it, smashed it, broke it, and they're gone, right? And so Flickr was like, well, here's the deal: you install the Flickr app on your phone, and we back up every one of those photos. You take a picture with your phone, boom, backed up to Flickr. And it was free. And so right after one of my kids was born...
Did you read the end user license agreement on this?
There was no catch. Like, the whole point of Flickr was I don't know how it worked.
No,
okay?
the end user license. Okay,
there was a good company. Trust me. Like they were doing decent things. There was no weird back end to anything. It was originally, I think, for photographers to like host their portfolio work, and then they pivoted to this for some reason too, and so they didn't own your pictures or anything. Otherwise, I think the photography community would not have participated. And this went on for like 10, 11 years. And then just a few years back, all of a sudden, essentially, I don't know what happened. Something happened. The company got bought or changed hands or something. And they were finally like, I got an email. And by this point, I have so many pictures on there. I have been backing up every picture I've taken for over a decade on Flickr for free. Right? Like,
yeah,
at full resolution. Like, it's not like Facebook where you upload it and then you download it 10 years later and it looks like dog shit. Full resolution. And they sent out an email where they're like, hey, things have happened. We have to start charging a subscription fee. And I just signed right up. I'm like, why not? I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't even that much. It was like $40 or $50 a year or something. And at this point, they're hosting, I don't know, how many hundreds of gigabytes of photos and videos of mine that are all on there.
Oh, poor Keith. You don't understand.
There's nothing to understand.
It's a data mine.
Well,
like from the get-go.
I don't think it was originally. Okay. Now it is, I think.
it was as soon as they transitioned from like a prosumer kind of standpoint to like mass mass appeal, that's when they're like, well, we can just have everyone's pictures and then we can use those later
I don't
up the
think
road
that's-
for money.
I don't think that's what it was. I think that's what it is now. But the story back then was different.
I mean, they can't be doing a huge. It wasn't like a nonprofit organization. They were doing this for free. They had to have a business model behind it.
And it still works great, and it's still pretty cheap. And yeah, I don't know.
See all 600 gigs of your Flickr photos. Oh, now that with this new camera, you're going to be filling your Flickr data storage up real quick.
I don't know if it has a limit. Wonder what it is.
That'd be insane if it was uncapped.
You would think, right?
Oh, you have
unlimited
storage.
Graduation yesterday.
Dude, I'm just like save everything that I have in my hard drive in a zip file and then change the extension to JPG and then just upload it.
This has been for 14 years or whatever. I have probably paid $80.
Sure. Okay. So you're getting at the point that that's a valid subscription. Sure. But
Yeah. That was my point here. I hate all of it, but like this has been good.
They
went to the only model that would work.
Okay. No. Again, we're talking about locking people into an ecosystem, which you are now locked into.
No, I can download all of this right now in a zip file and close it.
All right. Then.
I have Google Photos, so I actually have 2 backups of all of my pictures.
I just don't know why they suddenly had to start charging.
Somebody bought the company or they sold it or someone died. Something happened. I forget what it was.
So they turned from a philanthropic organization.
It wasn't philanthropic. Like I said, people do other. This is not wasn't ever the main focus of the website. I don't think the main focus of the website has always been like a place for you to put your like portfolio.
Yeah.
But then they started
For
doing
free.
this at some point. No, you have to pay for that, I think. So it's kind of like a page, and you get publishing, and you get followers and stuff like that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
There's maybe a back end loophole that was like, oh, I could just upload a bunch of shit without actually doing the whole setup.
But it's been a pretty good, honest service that has worked very well for a very long time and charged very minimal money.
So that's the only. Okay, so the subscription services I agree with. I like Hulu.
So, yeah. So Rory Sutherland is this guy who does a lot of public speaking on marketing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to watch more than a few of his videos because honestly, he says the same thing over and over on all of them. He's done like a couple TED Talks. He's like one of those guys.
TEDx or actual TED Talk?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, one of the points I think he makes is that by all of these people jumping on the subscription train, it destroys the credibility of like any business that had like a good regular subscription model. Where they were like, yeah, you send us like $25 and we send you an issue of Nintendo Power. Like, this is a pretty good deal. I mean, there's nothing wrong here. You know what I mean? Once a month you get the magazine, there's a subscription.
Yeah, dude. Omaha
subscription models can be fine.
Omaha Steaks in the background was like, "Fuck you, you fucking pieces of shit are
right.
ruining our game."
All these people, I think, a little younger than us, probably are just like subscriptions are just the devil because I look at my bank account and it's just 800 subscriptions taking everything I have, and I can't even figure out which one is which because they all get billed under some other company name.
Yeah, Crumpy Clump from Iowa.com or whatever.
So, yeah, I feel like there are good subscriptions out there. I don't think Hulu is one of them. But
I think Omaha Steaks is, though.
I can't speak. I don't know how it could be.
I'm a vegetarian, so I don't know. I wouldn't deign to speak on such a thing. But I can't imagine that they've existed for this long without being a good company. Steaks delivered right to your door? I was like, where is this meat coming from, motherfucker?
How can it be at a price that's competitive when you could like, especially where we live, where you can like go to a butcher that is on a farm?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
We've got a couple of those around here if you're interested. Or, never mind, vegetarian. That's right. Sorry. But I found a couple of them where there's a few butchers that are farms, and you can go there and buy steaks like from them and stuff.
Well, if they have impossible cows.
I think that's impossible. No, good on you for being a vegetarian. I can't do it. I can, but I choose not to.
Good point.
Pick your battles. That's what I say. That was one I picked to not fight.
I will not do this, and you cannot make me.
So my 5,000 units first project is I got my PCBs all in while I was gone. So I took them all to work Friday and got them out of their bubble wrap from China. And so I have my first set of round one like PCB. So I haven't even plugged anything into them yet. I'm excited. I haven't told anybody what they do.
They look good though.
Yeah, they look good. I got some.
Did you get the blue way? The blue colorway?
No, I got as basic as we could get because this probably isn't going to be the production.
You should get the blue when you do production though. It looks hot.
Blue and gold, like the.
Yeah, looks good.
They sent me like a video of the testing and everything.
Put it up on this TV.
No.
Oh, okay. What the fuck's the TV for then?
So I superimpose things onto the TV.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it looks like they're on the TV.
Okay, then put it up on the TV now.
I wish I could do like the I Dream of Jeannie thing.
Wait, hold on. What does she do?
She like wiggles her nose, doesn't she?
Yeah, she like blinks and wiggles her nose. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, so far, I mean, I shouldn't speak before I plug some stuff in there, but so far working with PCBWay is awesome. Like, they're so good.
You certainly shouldn't speak before you actually plug stuff in to see if it
But
works.
even getting this far, like, it's been super cool. Like,
super smooth.
Yeah, they're super helpful. They can, like, find hardware for you and program for you. And, like I only know, like, 10% of what you need to know to make PCB boards.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So it's awesome being able to them to like.
So you're talking with
so
like
helpful.
kind of experts on the other end, on the back end stuff.
Yeah, because like I said, I know what it needs to do. I kind of have an idea of all the components I need, but like I'm gonna, that's about as far as I get. I even tried to take the kind of next steps and to get into like kind of designing it and even using. There's a couple AI tools for designing PCB boards. As far as I can tell, if you don't already know how to if you don't already know how to design a PCB board, it's fucking useless. Like a lot of AI things, they're excellent tools for people who already know what they're doing.
Well, you have to give them the right prompts and be like, hey, this needs to connect to this, and like it was like I deal with databases. Talking with AI with databases, I'm like, I have to know the language of SQL, for example, in order to tell them what I need to connect to what or whatever. Like so on a table, I need to know exactly what subtable or what field or whatever, and that's the language I have to give to them to be able to like, hey, can you make me a query that does this? If you don't know how to say that, if you just say, hey, I want all employees that are named Ed to have $50 docked from their pay. It's
That's an oddly specific example. It's weird. like Ed. But yeah, no, that's a topic I keeps coming up to within AI is I'm still on the I'll believe it when I see it train, and I am still not seeing it. Like I had someone talking to me the other day again about something you brought up a while back, which was using AI to develop 3D stuff inside of 3D development software like SolidWorks or something. And it's the same story every fucking time, just like autonomous driving and everything else. It's like, yeah, we can do some stuff and like get enough of the way there to where it's like everyone's like, oh, this is gonna do it, but nobody can finish it. Like nobody can get that over the finish line, and I'm still not seeing it.
I'm sure it'll be. I'm sure it'll be there soon. Which is
Cold Fusion, 5 years away.
Yeah. Cold Fusion happened.
It's 5 years away from being like an actual thing.
A viable.
It's been 5 years away since 1960. Yeah, but I see that same thing with this, and I see it with everything. It's like nobody seems to want to admit that like that just might be the top of the curve.
So, when do these get implemented? When you're doing prototyping?
And this is where I'm coming back to where it's like I gotta be more careful about my time. Like it's all on me. I've been doing Rev 4, so I haven't, like I said, I haven't spoken about what I'm actually making yet. So we'll keep that on the DL for the moment. But so Rev 4 of the actual CAD for everything. I still got to figure out a couple things with like a hinge for the physical aspects, and then I have everything now that I finally got boards and screens for hardware, but I'm still going to need a full stack programmer that can do ESP32 boards, knows Mandarin, and is willing to do some visual programming stuff too for the display. Because the displays have their own.
Wait, you want
software.
all this in one person?
Yeah, full stack, baby.
Full stack includes Mandarin and GUI.
Yeah. The GUI is super basic, and it's a screen that they use for tons of stuff.
All right, I was gonna say, full stack doesn't normally include Mandarin.
It does if you speak Mandarin already.
Yeah, okay, I guess that's true.
Like if you're in China, it probably is assumed. Like that would be me saying, I need a full stack programmer that speaks English here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, most, it would be a gimme. So yeah, there probably won't be in the United States, but I'm going to look for someone on Upwork and see if I can find somebody to do it. It shouldn't be a big project for anybody who's experienced. Super basic. So.
Get an H1N1 visa boy out here. Do it.
Didn't they get rid of those? I think they did like a month ago. They cost $1 million now.
Yeah. And it goes right to Donald Trump's bank account.
Yeah. I wish I could make the Tina noise from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah. Bob.
I know, again, a lot of people already probably didn't grow up listening to like morning radio people. But I feel like maybe we do need a little
soundboard.
Soundboard. So we do a Tina groan is definitely going on there. That's the only answer when someone starts talking about politics at this moment. So, anyways, yeah, got the boards. Hopefully, I can at least get them hooked up for testing. They came with testing software, and then I am going to take a peek at whether I can pull that off there and use Claude to do what I can do on my own.
Yeah.
So we'll see, because it should have enough information with the existing test software to be able to maybe write something. So, all right, that was everything I had. So,
well, that's a super break.
We should do. Yeah.
Well, no. What you know? What we should do?
What?
Come on. Is this the end of the episode?
All right, all you have to do is say it.
All right. Good job, bud.
I love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.